Just caught mine off of fanatics in the garden with my hands in the air. We back at it.
What's going on, everybody? We are back, baby. You see it. Pew, 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 pew.
Sound effects are amazing.
We are back, baby. Thank you for tuning in to SKF Weekly. I'm your man, Ron. That is my brother, John. And we got our guy back with the family, La Tres Muscaderitos, Jose in the background on the ones and twos. Boo, 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 boo. We back, baby.
We're better than ever, right? We still got to figure out a few things, right?
That's okay, guys.
It's like we haven't been here before.
We good, baby. We good. You know, we still coming back. You know, we got a couple things we got to implement again. Got our soundboard and all that stuff. Don't worry, we'll have that back for the next show. But we are here, we're rocking, and I couldn't tell you how happy I am not only to be chopping up with my bros, but also to be watching the Knicks game live here. But this one is one of those nail biters, guys. Knicks are losing 89-88 in the fourth quarter. 6 minutes and 12 seconds left. It looked like the Knicks were starting to break away, but the Cavs have got right back in it. And thankfully, Brunson looked like he tweaked something, but he's back out there on the court. So we got to see. How you feeling about this one, John?
It's gonna be a good game, man. It's actually a really good game. And I think the Cavs are like 3-0 right now, right? So
yeah, they are.
Give them their first loss of the season. So they're putting up, a good matchup.
Yeah, no, they look really confident. I mean, it's early in the season. Of course, they should be. They're up 91-89 right now. Really tough shot by Garland off the Bondi, like I like to say. Good defensive stop right there. Oh, boy. Yeah, they definitely have some confidence with these 3 wins. And look at this. Jarrett Allen with the and one. Crap.
They're rolling.
Oh, man.
It's all right. You know what I'm concerned about is I haven't seen OG. OG hit the floor again. Oh yeah, OG's on the floor right now. Okay, I missed that.
Yeah,
I missed him.
He's back.
He's
back. Yeah, man. I mean, this is one of those. We can expect nothing less. The Cavaliers are a good basketball team. We talk about the tops in the league in the Eastern Conference, like if the Cavaliers weren't tops just 2 years ago. So can't forget about them. They're a good basketball club. Mm-hmm. What do you think about Huck Porty getting these minutes? Huck Porty's coming back in the game, replacing Towns.
Listen, he's getting minutes that Sims is supposed to be getting, right? So it's looking like he might be just a little bit more of what Tibbs likes to see on the court,
Yeah.
I think Deuce had the conversation with Deuce last week was interesting, right? Deuce saying, make the most of those minutes because this is how you prove yourself. So.
True.
It looks like he's really taking it, Oh, good block by Huck Porty. I think you're a few seconds behind me, right?
Yeah, but I saw it. Yeah, good block by him. That's the difference. Let me tell you something. When you start doing stuff on defense, Tibbs sees it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just look a little erratic right now. This is our first crunch time test, in my opinion.
Yeah. Also, Brunson is doing a little bit too much.
Yeah. Oh boy, what is happening? Josh is going to be okay. It looked like he hit you hit the funny bone that ain't so funny.
Oh, that hurt. That hurts. That's shin to shin right there.
Oh, yikes! That does hurt. That ain't that funny at all.
That's like a UFC kick right there. Yeah. You got to be comfortable doing that.
Yeah. Where's the trainer with the cold ice ever? Where's that? He needs to spray that thing down. Man,
I don't know if you're gonna be able to us right there, but you got to shoot the free throws right first before taking them out.
Yeah.
But look, Huck Porty making defensive plays right there.
Yeah. It's good to see that he looks like he can fit in given an opportunity. Okay,
Well, he's
Josh.
got
All
the
right.
he's a bit mobile, right, for a center. Like he's got a little athleticism to him, so I think that's going to benefit him in the league.
Agreed. Oh man, these buckets are important. Knicks need to kind of get their stops. I'm noticing like they just don't seem quite comfortable with their flow of the offense at this time. I mean, they've been playing good all game, but it's just like right now when the pressure's a little more intense. This is good. This is like watching a little playoff intensity.
It's a good test. It's a good test with a team who's riding a good hot, like a win streak. 3 in a row. And Garland's coming to his own, right? This is, he's starting to really understand his game.
Yeah. 4:18 left, 96-91 Cavs. Knicks with the ball.
Oh, how did they call an offensive foul?
Oh,
Are you kidding
no.
me? Are you kidding me? Bro. That's wild.
It's back.
Wow, come on, son. Because he moved the arms.
Oh, come on. I mean, he wasn't even going to be able to impede the shot. I could see if he had a chance to impede the shot, but he didn't. That's like one of those plays in football when you throw the ball and you can't call pass interference because there was no way the guy was going to catch it. There was no way this dude was going to stop him from dunking. Oh,
Garland going
no.
for 3 right after.
This not bueno. 99-91. Garland just hit a 3. 3 minutes, 44 seconds left. Brunson drives, puts the floater up, and it's good. 99-93. Knicks down by 6. Timeout on the floor. 3 minutes and 29 seconds, guys. Knicks don't have a lot of time, but they got enough time to turn this around still.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This time. They just got to get a couple of stops.
Is it me or when Porty dunks, he reminds me of Julius?
Oh yeah,
he got the Julius Randle package for dunking. He looks like Julius, yeah.
But I like that he's going to the basket aggressive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what you need.
That's nice to see. That's airport right there. That's the nickname, y'all. It's a good one. Shout out to everybody joining us on this busy Monday night while we're watching the Knicks live. Appreciate y'all. Salute to Craig. What's good? Walter Blackman in the building. Salute. Brooklyn Butch is here. What's going on? L Damn It is in the building. Salute to you. I'm a member of the SKF Army, by the way, guys. You too can do that.
That's right.
By just hitting the join button. We also got 713 Gamer in the building. Thank you for the generous super chat. Appreciate you. He says, road to 1 million now, yo. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. Let's see. We also got Sherwin in the building. Salute, Sherwin. And Juan B is here. Salute, Juan B.
Oh, man. Josh is definitely out.
Yeah, he's
in pain.
Ooh. Oh, he's leaving. Oh, man.
If he's in pain, that could be, tougher than it looks.
Yeah, it's
stress
like
fracture or something.
You hope not, bro. It did. The impact looked hard in the slow motion, bro.
Oh yeah, it was. He took that full impact right there. Pause.
Okay, scramble, guys. Let's go. Brunson getting the 2. Let's go. 99-95. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left in the fourth. All right, this is where you got to step up, man. We got Brunson, Macau, OG, and Towns.
Oh, come on. Where's over the top? No over the top? Wow.
Oh, that definitely should have been over the top.
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, well,
This Garland is going crazy right now. He's always good for a game or two of this throughout the season against the Knicks.
it's a good player.
The defense is interesting,
good
the way they get the
defense.
blocks. There we go. Get it back. Let's go. No time for lounging. Let's make moves here.
Oh, what's that?
Okay. Yeah. I'm like, they got to call over the back on that one at least.
It's a push and everything. Oh, we forget Johnny Bryant's over there with Cleveland. That's right.
I know. Look at him.
Forgot
Look
about
at him.
that.
Yeah, he don't change. He doing the same. I thought it was just a tip stick. Look at him right in the coach's ear. Like, hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, that's his game right there. You know, that's his coaching
what he
stuff.
does.
It's good.
It's 101.95, 2 minutes and 1 second left. Karl Anthony Towns knocking down the first of the 2 free throws. John probably already saw him knock it down, but that's okay.
That's why I'm staying quiet.
I got you. It's 101.96. Towns shooting the second, and it's good. 101.97. Cavaliers with the basketball. 11 and 10. All right, step up. There you go. OG got long arms, man. He's the long arm of the law. Let's go. All right. This is the difference, guys. And this is the type of stuff that, no matter what happens in this game, watching how the Knicks are pushing in this fourth quarter and watching Brunson's play and how aggressive he's being, because this is what you need to do. This is something this is why he makes a difference on this team. This is why he's so important.
Yeah. Cat hasn't really done much offensively, though. That's the one kicker right now. Like, he's only got 11 points. It's like not in the mix of the offense right now.
Offensive foul. I mean, that's a defensive foul right there.
Gotta give Cavs credit, man. They're playing hard on defense, which you didn't see signs of that last year. Like, they kind of will give up. They're trying to fix their identity.
I mean, we'll take it, man. Time stopped. We can get some easy points here.
This goes in our favor, man. You got to slow the clock down.
Yeah.
Get early shots up, get some stops.
101.98. Brunson hit the first of 2. 1:41 left on the clock. Brunson misses the second one. It's punched out, but the Cavaliers get the rebound. Knicks down 3 with 1:33 left on the clock. Come on, guys. We need some stops here. Don't let this guy keep push. Oh, no. Good pass. Oh, that's good. Let's go. Oh! Damn it. It's really funny how the refs was letting a lot of stuff go in the first half. So as we get into crunch time, they call in everything. I mean, come on.
I mean, he barely grazed the ball, but
come on. Come on, son.
Yeah, well.
This guy, another good free throw shooter. I cannot believe Tristan Thompson is back on the bench with the Cavs, man. This guy.
He finds a way to have job, right?
yeah. But I mean, the Cleveland loves him, man.
Listen, that's what happens when you're a good pro, right? You always have a job. Same as Taj, right? Taj still playing too.
That's true. Ah, man, we run out of time here. I like it's like one of those things. That was a bad shot, but I understand that he's just trying to get some points on the board, but
you got to get into a quick set.
Yeah,
some action. There's no action. It's just Brunson trying to do him. That's not good enough.
Come on, thank you. Jeez, yo. Can we get a call? We finally get something. All right, so we got an offensive foul on Jarrett Allen. 103-98, 1 minute left on the clock. Brunson's bringing the ball up. Knicks down 5. Yeah, take it all the way to the rack. Oh, man. Yeah. I always got to watch Brunson when this happens because he be throwing his face in the mix a lot. But him and Josh both come from the school of let me ham it up a little bit.
Yeah, no, for sure. But see, these are moments where I'm like, you don't get action with if you don't get. I mean, he got smacked in the face. If you don't get action with Cat off the rip, you should be having the secondary go to Mikal Bridges. He's probably your better offensive weapon. Instead you're going to OG, who's really not a one-on-one player. He's true. Better off being in the corner and being ready to shoot that three from the corner. But like the action should go towards Mikal versus OG. It's like those are certain little nuances that they gotta figure out, and coach has to reassign who's playing where during those possessions.
Yep, agreed. Craig says too much Brunson and not enough team ball movement. You might be right.
I agree 100%. For this game, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. He's just on a heater today. And Garland's got everything going. I should have known, man. Cats put that voodoo uju on us, man. They came out, forced us to shoot from the other side of the court to start the game. They wore their whites and made us wear our darks. Like, what are we doing here?
That is interesting. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, Clyde had pointed it out because this is a rarity. It doesn't usually happen.
What was the reason? The Cavs came with the wrong jerseys?
The opposing team could always. They have the choice. This is what they chose.
Oh, really?
Do. Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know it was always. I thought it was a home team that chooses.
No, it's the visiting team's choice. Yeah.
I never knew that. Oh. Look, I was 46 when I learned.
There you go. Learn something new every day.
You know what I mean? It's crazy.
So 40 seconds left on the clock, guys. 103-98. The Knicks are down 5. And I believe Cleveland has the ball. Or does the Knicks have the ball? I don't know. Yeah, Cleveland has the ball. Good trapping. Oh, look at this. The bailout. Come on, man. Giving these dudes the Obama package, man. What are we doing here?
He had control of the ball.
Oh, what? I don't know.
He was over his shoulder. You don't think so? I think so.
Yeah. No, but so I guess.
Yeah, you got to call that.
I'm a Knicks fan. I'm just not. I don't want to see it.
I know. I see. I don't want to see it. I feel you. Yeah.
104-98. Knicks down.
Now we got to come down and knock down a 3.
Yeah,
got to come down and knock down a 3.
I hit both. 105-98. Knicks down 7.
Oh, he's going for a quick 2.
$105-100. 29 seconds left. Oh.
I don't know how they're not any fouls. That's crazy. How they letting the clock run and they ain't called none of those fouls? That's wild.
Well, they called this one. 20 seconds left on the clock. Knicks fouled.
Referees want to go home. They're like, yeah, we don't want no close one. Just keep them running. That was a foul on Donovan. There was a foul on Carlin early. It's crazy.
Okay, we'll take the missed free throws. Oh man. It's the second. Cavs up 106-100. 20 seconds left. Knicks with the ball.
There.
Brunson for 3. Misses, out of bounds. Nick ball still. 12 seconds left on the clock. Mikal Bridges is limping a little bit because he fell into the camera. Oh, man. OG gets the 2. Clock is at 7.7 seconds. Knicks are down 106-102.
Cue in the dramatic music. Oh, damn it. That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
Yep, two will finish this game. Yep, 4 with 7 seconds. Knock down 2 games over.
Yeah.
Man, Craig is on one. He said this experiment will fail.
Hey, listen, as I always say, Craig, time will tell. We haven't had enough time to tell yet.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like
it's early.
I mean, as a fan,
it's early. It's what second game in.
Wouldn't you want your team with new players to be able to be in basketball games, but if they are losing, they have some stuff that they can clearly work on and get better? It's not like the Knicks don't have answers. It'd be worse if the Knicks played their best game, we still lost. At least there's stuff we can work on here.
Yeah, I mean, you got to win them though. So I mean,
we got to win them.
This is a championship or bust season. So it is what it is.
This is true.
Put us in a position to win. Got to win. No matter who's there, who isn't. Barring the big injuries. Like extended time of injuries and stuff like that. But we'll see what this Josh Hart situation is going to look like.
I think Josh is just going to need a little rest, not too much. He's going to need to be numbed up when he plays for a little bit while it heals. Because it's like it looks to me, I hope, like the equivalent of like a deep thigh bruise, but this ain't his thigh. This is his his shin. I'm hoping it's something like that.
Yeah. Contusion versus a
but like one of them, you don't want no
fracture.
The fracture.
You don't want a fracture, right? Yep.
I mean,
Knicks
shout out to Brooklyn Knicks fan. He says the best defensive game by the Knicks. The Knicks did look like they put forth their best combined defensive effort. Yeah. So I will say, that's like I said, it's early, so you got to take the good with the bad. The first couple games, the Knicks offense was incredible. But their defense was like not really quite there yet. Now you get a good defensive effort and their offense just isn't quite where it needs to be.
I mean, that second quarter though, they had it going. They
did.
For a reason, man. Stunk it up in the third.
I got.
This is telling though, man. Hawk Porty. I mean, was Sims in foul trouble this game? I mean,
no. That's why I was going to look at this game and find out like what's going on with Sims and what has been happening with towns, because I kind of missed some of this while we were getting ready for the show. But
Right.
yeah, I'm wondering. I got to look at it again.
Yeah, I got the game on. I recorded it, so I got to take a look at it. Man, if he didn't move that arm, that would have been a wonderful dunk. But it was still impressive.
look! Even his mannerisms give me Julius. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's a lefty. I don't know.
Game over.
All right, this is it. Running out the clock. Brunson shooting the three. And fittingly, it goes in and out. Knicks lose 110-104 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's that. Donovan Mitchell's like, man, I told y'all should have brought me over here. I'm a Met fan. If y'all want to win.
I really wear that orange and blue.
You know what I mean? All right. Well, it is what it is, guys. Thank you for tuning in and showing love in the chat. Unfortunately, this is one of those nights where we catch a L. It's okay. We ain't gonna win every game, but it's something we want to clean up. We got to do better. We want to, win these games, especially against Eastern Conference rivals. So, but the Knicks get to play the Cavaliers 3 more times, so there'll be some time to correct this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to look at the plus minuses in this game. See what was the contributions for each player.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Don't peace out, Keith. We ain't going nowhere.
He's like, I'm out of here.
He's like, God, man.
Done with this.
Shout out to Keith Turner in the building. Salute, Keith. Shout out to JT Riddick. Salute to you. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, man. Old head is in the building. Salute. We're gonna be all right. But the Knicks have some stuff they have to clean up. Let's see. Let's see what
next game is on Wednesday, man. It's gonna be right around the corner, right? So we got the Heat on Wednesday.
You got no time to rest on your laurels, whatever. You got to get right back out there.
That's right.
Let me see what.
Unlike my Yanks, who are currently down, I believe, 3-0 in the 6th inning. Yikes! They're gonna get swept. They are gonna get swept. Unbelievable.
Look at this, and the Giants are tied 9-9 in the third against Pittsburgh.
Wow,
Giants.
They play good enough to be in the game until the very end.
Right.
It's so
right.
weird.
And I guess that's interesting. That tells you. I mean, that's a plus. That there's certain things that they've improved on. They just gotta. They need more.
We just don't know how to get to the end zone, man. Can't get in the end zone, man. Your boy Russell Wilson is playing now, right? Is he playing? He's starting with the Pittsburgh Steelers too?
I guess.
I think he is, yeah. I think the youngsters.
Yeah. Because I know that people were I think they were happy with what Justin Fields was giving them at one point. But I don't know.
He's injured though, right? I think he got like a little injury and then they just threw in Russell. Or Russell came out for injury and they were like going with the vet.
I think that is the case.
Trade bait. That's what it is. That is. Get Russell to play well and then trade him off.
Man, it's I don't know what happened to Russell Wilson. I don't know what happened to that guy. He was incredible at one point. It's life, man. Life. Guys start off high and then they turn into something different. And it's like you still can't. I can't believe it.
Father time, brother. Never loses.
It's never loses, right? It's never late. Shout out to you guys once again. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Salute to Darlene Bryan in the building. Let's go, Darlene. Good to see you. Salute to D Coolis 718. Appreciate you, D Coolis. Good to see you, my brother. East Blue Drew is in the building. Salute to you, my brother. And so is Crimes Dad. What's going on, Crimes Dad? Salute to you. Good to see you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I just want to say, guys, I have started to receive pictures from people who did win the raffle. And so at some point, once all the pictures are collected, we'll put them up and show everybody with their prizes that they've won. And also just want to give a shout out to everyone who has supported the SKF Army. We appreciate you guys. Thank you once again for getting us to 3,000 subscribers. Dwayne Freddie Hubbard in the building. Salute, Dwayne. Appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, also, the Kingdom Group, just want to let you know, I said this on Saturday, but I don't know if you were able to see the show, and if maybe you'll tune in and get the replay of this, but I do have your piece of art. I was able to meet up with the art man formerly known as Steve, and I am going to be shipping that out to you, so you should have that. I don't know how long it'll take, as far as the shipping takes, but it should be like, I don't know, 3 to 4 days, something like that. So stay tuned for that. You'll be getting your piece of art. All right. So, John, my brother, I think we are at the point where the Knicks have some soul searching to do as far as examining their identity. I don't know if the identity that we thought it was before is still the Knicks' identity. Is it just, can they just be a defensive team, or do they have to become more of an offensive style team with the pieces they got now with this 5-out group? What you think?
Yeah, it's an interesting question because when coming into the season, we thought we were going to be an elite defensive team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before the trade happened. With the trade, I think a lot of us thought that there will be a little bit of working out the defensive scheme because Cat is not the ultimate defender, especially like a rim protector. But we thought he can give us enough that it wouldn't take us, that long to get where we need to be. It's still early. It's only second game in. So, I'm going to give it some time. I think they got to work out some kinks. They got to figure out what their rotations are going to look like. The one good thing that we have going for us is one, Hot Porties look good, when he's gotten these spot minutes. And then we have really solid, perimeter defensive players like Deuce, like, Bridges and, when Precious gets back and OG, right? So the question is, can we all get it together in ample time to not fall, so far behind in the East? I think the key for us is staying, 1 and 2 in the East, as much as we can, try to stay in the race. And hopefully we have a season of, healthy basketball, because I think the injuries at some point, every team gets hit with them. Hopefully ours isn't too bad. And I think we'll be in the runnings for like a strong defensive team. That's the hope. So 2 games in, man. It's hard to describe it, but 2 games in.
It's tough. And I know that see, this is going to be very difficult. And I hope I'm wrong, but I think this is going to be very difficult and trying for Cat, because Cat is coming over here with so much expectations because of what we had to give up to get him, and who's not here anymore. And then the other thing is, like, he's already a star player. So when you're a star player, it's like one thing when we got Brunson, it's like, oh, okay, Brunson will be all right. He'll help us. And then Brunson turns into something like, oh, wow, like unbelievable. But Cat's coming over here being one of the better players in the league. And so the Knicks fan is going to be like, listen, you're supposed to be one of the best. So I expect you to be the best every night. And this is where it's going to be a little tricky, because 11 and 10 ain't going to cut it for this Knicks team, especially when we're in a different situation. We need him. It's Brunson, and then who else? And it's got to be Cat's got to be a big part of that.
And both offensively and defensively for a fact. And it's true. 3 games in. I'm sorry. You know, we got beat so bad against the Celtics, I kind of wanted to forget it all. In my head, I was like, no, that was a preseason game. But you're 100% right. It's the third game in.
Right.
It's sad, man. That game was bad, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. I think they just the good thing that you get out of this is you start to see the value in somebody like Macau, because he does do more out there in the court for the team. You know, not just defensively, but he can be somewhat of a playmaker as well out there with Brunson, or if Brunson's on the bench and they start running the offense through Macau, it hasn't looked bad when they've done that. So that's a good sign. There's just question marks around, not having that guy who can light it up, because honestly, that guy who can light it up and shoot quick threes from different spots on the court doesn't need much. You don't have to do much for him. Just give them the ball and they'll shoot it. I think that's important. You don't realize how much you missed that until it's gone. And we had that in Dante, and it's not here. So I hope with whatever they decide to do, what's going on with this acquisition of Matt Ryan, that he can be that for the team. I mean, he shoots it pretty damn well. I don't even know if he's a Tibbs type player, right? But they got him anyway. So I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how long they got to wait to make him a part of the roster and all this stuff. But I think he's somebody that definitely is needed. The Knicks just they're not clicking yet on what they got to do offensively as a team. Brunson knows what he's doing. But then we run into the issue when, like a night like tonight, when Brunson really didn't have it going out the gate. So who's going to step up? Now, fortunately, we were able to hang with Cleveland from, the first quarter and then going into the second quarter. And like you said, John, the third quarter, like going into that, we looked like we were, we had a nice little lead. We were comfortable, and then it changed. And that's where I got to go back to. And that's going to be me going back and watching the tape and seeing where it changed and like what happened. Because I was thinking we were going to start to run away with this. And then all of a sudden,
yeah,
I don't know.
It's funny because when I was watching, then I stepped away and I started watching a little bit of the Yankee game, and then I had to go pick up my son, come back home, and I missed some of that third. But just realizing, that we were down, it's like, oh, we were like tied or something when I got back, and I was like, geez,
Right.
We had a nice little lead on them, So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. As far as Matt Ryan's concerned, I mean, where was his last spot? I mean, I don't even recall him playing many minutes.
He was
if
with
any.
he was with the Pelicans, and I think he played about 20 games with the Pelicans, but he was with the Lakers prior to
But
that.
like, was he a part of their rotation? Because I don't even know if he even got minutes like that, like in the league, in the NBA.
I
I don't
don't
think
know. I
so,
don't
right?
know if
Because I would have seen some highlights. He doesn't even ring a bell. When I seen Matt Ryan, I was like, Matt Ryan, don't he play football? And then I was like,
yeah, Matty
I looked
Ice.
him up. You know what I'm saying? I looked him up. I looked at. I was like, I haven't heard of this guy. So I don't know if he's gonna even break our roster. To be honest with you,
He was playing 14 minutes a night for the Pelicans.
for the Pelicans. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I could not remember the guy on the court, man. Trust and believe. Like,
I mean, with the Pelicans, it makes sense because of all them guards they got over there. Like they got a mountain of guards over there. I get it.
Yeah, I
Guards
mean,
and
I
wing
just don't
players.
know. I really don't know if he's gonna get minutes with this team. I'll be surprised if he does, because Tibbs is, you know, he's. I think Kolek. I mean, how tall is this guard? Is he like? How tall is he
Who,
as a
Matt
guard?
Ryan?
Do you know? Yeah, like is he? Can he play
6'6".
the two? Yeah, I don't know.
He's
I don't know.
6'6".
6'6".
He's like if you had to compare him
Like
to
Fournier.
anybody, you
It's
would.
like Fournier, right? Fournier is about
I would
6'6".
say Fournier is actually 6'6". Yeah, 6'6",
Yeah, right.
6'7" ish. I would, but
Yeah.
he's more like Max Strus.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's more like that type of player.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't
And
know.
Max Strus was 6'5".
Yeah, I don't know.
Is
I
6'5",
don't
should
know.
I say?
I mean, Max Strus works for Miami, right? Like,
Well, not
you
anymore.
know,
Now he's with Cleveland.
no, I know, but like, it worked with that
Oh
team.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Right,
he played
right.
decent today. I would say. Came in. What did he give you? Let me look at what did he do today as far as Max Strus is concerned, because to get an idea if he's going to be playing similar to Max Strus, like what is he going to give you that's tangible? You know what I mean? Like
Oh, I don't think he played.
Max Strus, didn't he get the foul on Oh no, that was Yang,
That was
right? That was
Niang.
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 Niang, yeah. Okay, no, yeah. So yeah, I see the same thing for Matt Ryan. Unfortunately, I don't see him getting minutes like that. I
Niang
don't know.
6'7". Yeah, I mean that's kind of where I see it too. I don't see him getting a lot of minutes either. But if he can carve out 12 to 14 minutes and be able to, come in and instant offense, like knock down threes if left open, because you figure there's going to be chances where Knicks get open shots for guys because of the defense from the opposing team. That's what I'm looking for. Just something to help break away from teams. Like it's the same thing that Peyton Pritchard does for Boston. When he comes in the game, you worried about these other guys. He starts knocking down threes, and this game starts to get crazy.
Listen, I mean, I'm gonna. There's gonna be some concern if they lose on Wednesday against Miami. That'll be two division rivals. I mean, three division rivals, right? That's three that you lose to early in the season. And if Cat has a stinker, people are gonna be talking, Randall, Cat, did we make the right move? The pressure's gonna start to mount on Cat, and this is what most Knicks fans that want to see us succeed are most afraid of, because if Cat can't handle the pressure of New York, it's a spiral effect. You know, um, that's going to be my biggest concern, because we know Brunson's got, he'll nudge that right off. He's not going to be too concerned about the losing. He's going to do his best to will us a couple of victories. But if Cat ain't being his productive self, it's going to weigh on him. You see it.
So, just looking at the box score, that explains it. So that's the tale of two things with Cat. Like one, he could just be off and not doing well, or he could be playing well and in foul trouble. And it looks like he got 6 personal fouls and fouled out of the game. So I guess he was in foul trouble in a lot of the game, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, what is going on with Cat? And he only took 8 shots. That's
Also,
crazy.
Brunson's also taking a lot of shots, and when you got a big, you got to work off the big. You gotta get your bigs involved. Like, they shouldn't be looking him off if that's what they're doing. I have to rewatch the game to
Nah,
really know.
yeah, because this is an issue. Now I could understand if Cat was in foul trouble and other guys had to step up, but that's the only reason. There's no way that OG Anunoby should have 13 field goal attempts. Mikal Bridges should have 15. Miles McBride had 12, and Brunson had 24, and then Cat has 8. That's got to be all due to foul trouble, because that's ridiculous. That don't make no sense. But
Yeah,
it is what it
we would
is.
have to go inside of the individual box to see like what was how many minutes per quarter he was playing.
Right. Yeah. I don't
And
know.
here's the thing,
Go ahead.
no, I mean, is there. I'm gonna have to look at this game over, but there's gonna be something to be said on whether OG is a true power forward, or is he just a spot minutes power meaning guy who can play spot minutes at power forward, because he looks a little stronger when he's playing on the wing and not on the block, especially offensively.
Mm-hmm.
Offensively,
Agreed.
he's not that guy. You know what I mean? You lose a lot offensively if you're trying to work him in the post game. He's not super. He doesn't have a bag. You know,
And this is why it might make a lot more sense. I mean, the Knicks are going with what they're going with for now, because it also the whole thing about Josh Hart and his rebounding and Cat being on the perimeter and all that stuff. But the Knicks may be forced into having another big out there on the court to allow the other wing players to drop down, so that Macau can go to shooting guard and OG can go to small forward, and have somebody like a Precious at the 4. Or if you have, I don't know, even if this is an audition for Huck Porty, if you even have to consider using Huck Porty at the 4 with Cat out there more often and see how that plays. Because I think you're right. I mean, maybe OG, time will tell, but maybe he doesn't necessarily the power forward spot, and what we need from it right now is not necessarily his game. So that's a question. I mean, and here's the other thing. This is why I'm like, something doesn't seem right. Karl Anthony Towns, even with 6 fouls, I mean, he fouled out at the very end. He played 32 minutes, right? And he had 13 points and 10 rebounds and 3 assists, 1 steal. So he was active. Something doesn't seem right. There's no reason he should have only taken 8 shots in 32 minutes. Oh,
yeah, that's a weird one. That's
yeah.
Like I said, I'm gonna have to look back at this game. When I get a chance tomorrow, see what's going on. And if in fact the guys were not looking at him, you know what I mean, and and if he's on the block calling for the ball and they're not giving him the rock, that's going to be an issue. But again, I mean, Huck Porty, I wouldn't mind seeing him start at center and having Cat move to the 4 to see what that looks like. At least right now when Precious is not available. So, and now Hart isn't going to be, it doesn't look like he's going to be available for the Miami game. It's too soon to tell. But, barring the injury and how much time he's going to need, we may see a few things, shifted around a little bit. But yeah, you can't lose to Miami. That's gonna be wild if they lose to Miami, bro. That is going to be wild.
That's true. That's very true. I mean, so I don't want to seem like I agree or disagree, but I see that there's some talk in the chat about Cat being soft, but I just don't know how that applies to tonight. Like, what made him soft? Committing fouls is just, that's bad practice. He needs to get his stuff together as far as making better choices with what he does out there. But I mean, he still grabbed 10 rebounds. He still had 13 points on 8 shots. If you want to say maybe because Allen got 15 rebounds, but Allen is a better rebounder than Cat. Like, Allen's one of the best rebounders in the league. He's always been. So, like, I'm just saying, not disagreeing. I'm just saying I don't know what would make him seem soft. If you want to say that Cat needs to be more assertive and step his game up, because if he's only getting 8 shots, maybe it's on Cat too. Cat's got to be asking for the ball. That could be the truth. There could be something to say about that. I don't know. Well, guys, there's going to be more for us to talk about, but before we continue, just want to give you guys a quick chance to take a look at the merch for Still Knicks fans. If you haven't seen the merch, please take a look at it, check it out. You can get stuff by just going into the YouTube store and shopping. But we definitely have some good merch that we'd love you to take a look at. Yeah, so that's the merch we got going on, guys, and we're continuing to refresh and bring more and more new ideas and new styles to the mix. So please, take a look at stuff, see if there's anything you like. By all means, we welcome you purchasing some SKF merch. All right. I think that it is time for you guys, if you want, to give us a call in. We haven't been able to take calls in a little while, but we back, baby. The call in number is back on the screen, 347-305-7280, I believe. My eyes, they be playing tricks on me. But how's that look? Where my glasses
I
at?
think you're correct.
Hold on.
I think you're
Cletus. Yeah, so definitely, guys, please call in if you'd like to chop it up real quick. 347-305-7280. And we'll, love to talk to you and have you on SKF Weekly. John, let me ask you this. This is a question that I think is going to be plaguing the Knicks all season. There's going to be moments where it doesn't really matter, but there's going to be moments where it does matter. How do you feel about Campaign and his value to the team? And I'm bringing that up because it's no knock on Campaign, because I think he's better defensively. I also think he can knock down shots, but you got a guy in Tyler Kolek just sitting there on the bench, guy who can make things happen, a little shake and bake. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When we won the last game against the Pacers, he barely played, right? He got like spot minutes against the Pacers. I mean, I don't know. I would need to see him in action against, a quality bench, team, second, guys off the bench. I just don't know if I can trust what he got defensively yet. Offensively, he's got some tools. He's got some tools offensively. I know he's gonna go after it. He's gonna go try to get it, but I don't know. I haven't seen enough of it to know. And I don't watch college basketball, so I couldn't tell you what he did in college. I just know he was highly, the Knicks liked him, and the reason why they signed him to a deal, and they drafted him. So I would need to see more on the NBA level in order to really like gauge if he's a strong enough player to contend. Campaign, we know he's been there before. He hit some good shots against us in the playoffs last year. He's not scared of the moment, and he's a pro. So with that said, I'm gonna go. I mean, I'm not in the practice facilities. I'm not on the coaching staff, so I can't tell you what I see on, during practice. But from the eye test, for me, it's, Campaigns should be first off the bench for me over Kolek. But that's not knowing all these other, things that are going on off the court and during practice.
Right. No, I think that's fair. That's going to be what it is all season. It's going to be the, because that, unfortunately, with the different options that the Knicks have, they've put themselves in a position to get second guessed. Until guys consistently play up to par, you're going to get this all year. Cat is going to be second guessed all year. Campaign is going to get second guessed all year. Oh, I think we got a caller.
Caller, what's your name and
Caller,
where you calling from?
Jay Chosen from New York, Brooklyn.
What's good,
what up, Jay?
What's going on?
Chilling, bro. Good to see you. Well, good to hear from you again. Yeah, how you doing, bro? What's your thoughts, man?
Only I can see you. I don't want to be a creep, but
right.
Anyway. Right. Oh man, listen. I wish it was Saturday. I got so much to say, but I'm gonna try to limit it. I like what your partner had to say about Haka Party. We definitely need a big man in the middle because I think that Cat naturally is a 4, and then Brunson. Remember, Brunson had the ball in his hand most of the time, and he also had a lot of perimeter help, like shooters. Completely different team than we have right now, and I don't want to see Brunson turn into Carmelo Brunson and hold the ball too much, and I think he did that a lot, and I think a big turning point because we were up way too much to lose this game, and when you hold the ball and you hold the ball and then you try to make two people, you acquiesce to two people being a star. You can't do that. The ball's got to flow around. So I've had this feeling about Brunson for a long time. Brunson to me is a dribble. He obviously got an excellent handle. He's a point guard, but to me, because he shoots at a high pace, he's more of a 2 guard. You need an actual. That's why when you mentioned campaign earlier, you need a big man and you need a point guard. Yes, Brunson will have the ball in his hand most of the time, but he's not passing enough to be a point guard. Like there was a couple of in the comments. Where were the lobs tonight? Where were the pick and rolls? Where were the give and goes? What happened to all this non-dribble 3 touches and shoot that we were seeing in preseason that we were so excited about? So I'm going to say Duran again, but I won't. I'm not going to go deep into that. But we got so many people, and now Hart's is hurt, right? People are playing a little injured. We have other people who possibly have injury history. We definitely need a big man. Precious is not even a big man. We need a big man who could play alongside and let Cat be the 4 and have somebody like Bridges or OG come off the bench. And we need a guard because if Brunson is not starting to pass the ball and he's averaging 5 assists, I don't think he's going to be getting 30 points a game anymore. I don't think he's going to be getting 28 points a game anymore because all of a sudden now you have 2 people who, in their mind, both need to have 25 points a game. And that's why when Randall changed his game up and went from getting massive points to 22 points and 10 rebounds and 5, 6 assists, that's why it worked so well until he got hurt. So I mean, I really think that we're missing majorly we're missing a rim protecting, big man, enforcer type. And to answer real quick the soft question, I mean, he driving to the hole, he's dunking, he got 10 rebounds. Is he the most strongest, person in the world? Is he the toughest center or power forward I've ever seen? No. But that's not really his game. It's never really been his game. It's not his problem. The problem is that there's 2 dynamic scorers and they don't know yet how to share that dynamic scoring. That's in my point of view. And what about Kolek? Why Kolek can't run? He gets no play?
Well, I think like what we were talking about a little while ago with and to John's point, Campaign is a solid basketball professional, right? And he does have good defensive chops. He can get after it defensively. He has some special moments. It's not like he went out there and doesn't give you anything. Offensively, he knocked down a couple threes. I don't know what he finished with. Let me see here. I had it up a second ago. But the point with him is like Campaign is just somebody that the bright lights and all that stuff is just not too big for him. He just knows how to function. And
right.
he only played 10 minutes, right? So like he finished with 6 points. He took 7 shots, but he only made 2. It's not the greatest number from the field, but I mean the Knicks played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They did go 9. Jericho only got 3 minutes and 48 seconds.
But that was due to
Porter
foul
took his
trouble.
minutes.
Yeah, Huck Porty definitely took his minutes.
You're right about that. Huck Porty did take his minutes, and the turning point was that bogus when he yammed it, and that bogus arm to the grill, which I thought was very inadvertent. I don't think he was shoving them out of his way. So I get a question for you. You know, Ron, we talk about this a lot. How much of this is actually on Tibbs?
I think there's an acclimation period that hasn't taken place yet. I don't think we're 3 games in, a couple of preseason games. I think there's an acclimation period that needs to take place. It's hard to judge. For me, I would say let's give him, at the very least, 15 games into the season and see where we're at. 20 games to really know if we're going to be contenders or not, or if it's fake. Because at that point, then the writing's on the wall, right? If we're playing below 500 and 20 games into the season, then the writing's on the wall. Then there needs to be some shifts and some changes made. I don't want to see that happen. I mean, you know what I mean? We were coming into the season all excited for this season. And, I was excited before the trade. Now with the trade happening, I wasn't all the way in, but I got to be in it because I'm a Knicks fan. So, you know what I mean? I'm riding with Cat because he's here.
That.
You know what I mean? And yeah, we haven't really seen him get an opportunity to show his game, to be honest. Like, he had a couple of double-doubles, another double-double today, but it's not the kind of impact that we were all expecting. You know what I mean? The 3-point shot has been erratic. It hasn't been consistent. So that's what we're looking for. And he needs to do a better job rebounding and being a rim protector if he's going to be playing the 5. That's just what we need.
Right, which means that, and something that I wrote. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron.
Oh no! I was going to say I agree with John. What he said. The only thing I would add to it is that, I mean, no matter how you slice it, Tibbs is the coach. So if the Knicks are not doing something, not performing well, coach is always going to be the first to get the blame, and then it trickles down to the players, especially if it's a consistent pattern of players not producing. Then you start to kind of point the fingers at the players, but it's always going to be the coach. And I will say the one thing I am going to look at Tibbs about, because the Knicks came out with a really good defensive effort, so I'm not going to blame them for not being able to stop a guy like Garland who was hot at a certain point. For the most part, they were doing good, playing well defensively against the team. But I will say there has to be something into this whole thing, because I noticed it in the preseason too. There was a preseason game, 2 games, one where Cat didn't have a big game. The second was when he did have a better game. But the shots that Cat has been getting aren't always, to my liking for what Cat should get. And I just don't, I can't, there's no way that I know that all them coaches behind Tibbs and Tibbs looking at the box score and seeing what everybody's doing, and he sees that Cat has 8 shots. There's no way that has to be good in his boat. So something that definitely falls on the coaching staff. Something's got to happen there.
Right. That's kind of where I was leaning when I asked how much of that is on Tibbs. Because when you see that, and I also agree, like I wrote, sky is falling, LOL. Like, this is 3 games in. No one would have beat Boston the first game. They were just hitting everything on the sun, eyes closed. So that didn't really count. But today, I'm not going to lie, when we going into the game, knowing that there was 2 big men, one that rebounds incredibly efficiently, always has in Allen, and Mobley, who moves around and does all the things that I want to see Cat doing. I was nervous right off the bat because we don't have that matchable thing for that type of movement. We just don't have it. We have great perimeter defense, but interior defense, which is where I think, once you get enough looks at us, you're gonna know we don't have that. We have heart, but heart's undersized and getting beat up every play. So, eventually that's not even gonna, maybe that might not even be available. And Sims is definitely not the answer, right? Hakaporti looks really nice, but again, Tibbs has to play him significant minutes for him to find out if that is a true answer. We would never have known if Hartenstein could have did anything unless Mitch went down. That's a shame. It should have been, let's see if he could play, and if he could have played, maybe Mitch wouldn't have went down as hard because he would have been relieved more of the time. So I guess my point being is we don't want to wait till the sky is falling. We don't want to wait until somebody's hurt, and we don't want to wait too long before we have people at their natural position, Cat shooting at least 15 to 20, and Brunson shooting at least 15 to 20, and everybody fit in their positions. Because if we do wait 20 games and we find ourselves somewhere at like 6-7 wins, then it really falls on. Then it definitely falls on Tibbs at that point. Because
right. And keep in mind, just so you know, I'm sure you probably remember. Keep in mind when Julius was here, the way it started to work with Julius and Brunson is that they would trade off. Like they would even trade off on quarters sometimes. For the most part, Brunson Julius would go early, and Brunson would really get his late. You know what I mean? But they did that to kind of give each other space to navigate and do their thing. And maybe Brunson has to do a little of that with Cat, like feed the pig, let Cat eat a little bit and get going. I don't know what they got to do, but they're gonna have to figure something out.
Yeah, definitely. And listen, we could all agree this is Brunson earned it. This is Brunson's team, right? And I think that even Randall, who was here prior to him, knew that. And I think that switching off plus handing over the keys to Brunson that's a fact. But he dribbles so much with his head down that I don't like that. That's also a problem. So if Cat is shooting 8.8 shots, but let's say I understand what you're talking about, like the shots he's getting, he has to make, and he's forcing his way through like 2-3 people to get that shot, where indeed he should be open for a 10-foot shot or a 12-foot shot. That's why I really would like to see a guard in there with Brunson, and Brunson getting himself open, and Cat getting himself open and spreading the floor in a different way, because this team is definitely not last year's team. Even though it might be more talented in different ways, it's a completely different team. It's not the same squad.
That's fair. And Jay, I want to thank you for calling in, brother. I appreciate you. You are our first caller back from the long hiatus of the Three Musketeers, La Tres Mosqueritos. We back, baby, and appreciate you, Jay. Yeah. Thank you for calling in, man. And listen, if you're free next Saturday, you're always welcome to jump on the panel and chop it up with me.
Oh, I'm gonna be there. Last week I was with the kids, but this week they got a little something going on, so I'm gonna be there. As long as you're not 3.5 hours, behind. My man Ron and John, I'm feeling it. God bless you both, man.
Appreciate
Let's go Knicks.
All right, man. Thanks, Jay. Man. Take care, man. Have a good night.
Salute. All right. Peace.
So yeah, man, this is it's one of those, man. But like you said, John, it's quick moving, man. Wednesday we back at it again. You can't rest on it. Like, hey, it's one loss. Got to get back out there.
Yeah, and you got to go out and get a win. You know what I mean? Because what's gonna save it all is getting wins. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you got to come out victorious, win the games that are winnable. Games like this that, Cleveland's a good team. They're a playoff team. I would say Miami is as well. But these are the games, you came into the season expecting the Knicks to be 1 or 2 in the East. right? And so you got to play like that. You got to come into the league ready, come into the start of the season ready. And unfortunately, we dropped, 2 out of the 3 so far. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got it. We got to get the win on Wednesday, man. Like I said, I'm never going to pick the Knicks this season to lose any games. That's why we are done with predictions, because my prediction is always going to be a win, even though it's looking choppy right now.
Right.
But the expectations are high, bro. Like, the expectations are high, and they need to be high, right? Because we made all these moves for a reason. The moves weren't made to be a sub 500 team. The moves were made to be a championship contending team. And so that's where we at, man. And by all means, they go out and, put together a stinker, and they don't, play to the efforts that we expect them to play. They deserve all the criticism that they're going to get. That's just, it comes with the territory. You know what I mean? So anybody is like, oh, give them time. I get it. When it comes to the first 20 games or 15 games, however you want to call it. But beyond that, the criticism is going to be what the criticism is. They got to step up. They got to play the game the right way. They can't be selfish. They got to go out there and share the ball. When you look at the box score, we win the rebound. We won the rebounding effort, right? I think we were up by maybe a couple of rebounds, but we lost the shooting. They outscored us in the third, and they outscored us in the fourth, right? If I'm not mistaken. So, and then our guys, like, on the second quarter, it looks like we had it going. We went away from it. Looks like they got momentum, and they kept it all the way through. Once they picked up the momentum. So it's a learning experience. These early games. That's what we got to chalk it up to, a learning experience, and then hopefully they work on seeing what they got to get. Look at some video, get better, work it out in practice. Show us in the game, man.
Yeah, I agree. It's just we just gotta just stick with it, man. And there will be a time to really question what's going on, but this is only game 3, and so that we have some time for. It's the learning curve. It's going to be first month of the season is going to be a lot of ups and downs as to what the team is, and they'll find their level of consistency, and we'll know, like, it'll be consistently good, or it just won't be what it needs to be, and that's going to be another question. But we're going to find out soon. Just needs a little bit more time.
I'll say this: if Josh Hart isn't injured, and hopefully he's not, right, God willing, I think the first shift that will happen we'll end up seeing Josh come off the bench. I think that will be the first shift. For whom, I can't tell you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what Tibbs got in mind, but I think if there's any sort of shift, I can see Josh Hart taking the back seat and coming off the bench, just to give him a little bit more action there. But it's going to be interesting, because he's an undersized, guard who's playing power forward right now. Like, at least on defense, right? Like, he's kind of playing the 4 and the wing, so every time, they do pick and rolls, he's switching action. But it's going to be interesting, man.
Yeah, man, we gotta wait and see, man. Shout out to Mr. Parrish Duggar. Thank you for the generous super chat. I'm reading his message because we're on a different system tonight, as you guys can't see it. But if you look in the chat, you see Parrish's super chat. He said Tibbs was horrible. Cat is a 4. We needed 2 bigs playing the Twin Tower lineup. Huck Porty played okay. Plus or minus probably was awful because he can't guard the 3 line.
Who's that for? Huck Porty?
I guess it's for Huck Porty, because he doesn't have that same level of flexibility. Yeah,
he was a +1, but not nothing crazy. It didn't, he played almost 12 minutes, 11:55. So +1, 2 rebounds, 1 block, 1 turnover. I mean, 2 rebounds, nothing crazy. It was a defensive rebound. So, I mean, the minutes weren't fully active. He just looked good out there, like with the guys. He looked like he was a better rim protector than Cat looked at times. So, I mean, Cat finished at -1 right now.
Did they give him credit for that?
What's that?
Huck Porty. No, yeah, because he had one block, but he didn't get credit for another block that he almost had. And then obviously he didn't get credit for that dunk because of the offensive foul. But like those were like, that's a momentum type play that Huck Porty could have been responsible for. And so his minutes, I think, were pretty good minutes. Those 11 minutes were good, and they could have gotten better. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's gonna be one of them things, guys. Listen, we're gonna have plenty of time to talk about this team going forward. It's not gonna
Deuce didn't
always
shoot
be
it well
pretty.
either today. That's another one. He didn't have his normal shooting game. Especially in the first
From
half,
three,
he was
yeah.
kind of off from 3 to start off. It felt like he was forcing a 3 today. He kept going back to the step back, and I would have liked him to, get into this mid range a little bit more. But yeah, he was 6 for 12 from 3. You know what I mean? No, not 6 for 12. He was 2 for 6 from 3.
No,
he was 6
two,
for 12
2 for
from the
6
field.
3, yeah.
Right, 2 for 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's not his normal numbers. More or less 40% from the 3-point line. So, and it was a bad shooting night for Brunson. I mean, you look at the numbers. He's 8 for 24. I mean, that's not good. So he definitely knows he got to be better. And then Bridges was a -14, and I don't know how they chalked that up, but he had 19 points, 9 for 15 from the field, which is 60% from the field. So I don't know.
Yeah, because
what
this
that's about.
isn't like this is this is a team plus or minus type thing. This is not like an individual player thing. That's why this is always kind of funky. This just means
It's
that
really weird.
Bridges happened to be on the court when we weren't doing that great.
They
He
went
was
on
doing
runs,
well.
right?
Yeah, when they went
But
on
the
runs
team
and stuff
wasn't.
like that. But it's correct.
Gotcha.
But it's not on Bridges specifically. Because this is actually, I mean, I can be more happy about him having 19 points on 9 of 15 shooting, but also contributing 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals, and 1 block. Like,
and a block.
do stuff like that. That's good. We'll take it.
Right. Yeah, he's giving us the stats that we need for sure. And the same thing goes for like Josh Hart. His minutes are key too. Like 13 rebounds, 16 points. You can't go wrong there. You know what I mean? 3 steals and 2 assists. That's what you want from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sucks to be
I don't
talking
know, man.
about a loss.
I know. I hate losses, bro. I hate losses. Oh, losses, they stink. Pew. They smell bad. But yeah, anyway, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it for tonight's show. We wanted to be able to come back and celebrate a win, all 3 of us back in the same situation, SKF weekly, like we never left. But unfortunately, it did not happen. But I being that I said that, I wonder if maybe there's somebody out there who maybe people just haven't heard his voice in a long time. Maybe he could just bless us with just a little bit of that soft, that falsetto, that little whatever you want to call it. I don't know.
He's got his sound effects back. Look at that.
He's got some. He don't got the full package. Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Hey, it's Jose, yo. Oh man, what's going on, Jose?
Not much, man. I'm really happy to be back with you guys. Season 5, we're going strong. I've been gone for 6 months because you guys fired me. But I'm glad that the budget got picked up again, so I'm happy to be back again.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, Jose. Listen,
Stranger Things, man.
The show must go on, but it's never the same without having you around, my brother. Really. Definitely happy to have you back. Appreciate you making the time and effort. Life be life, and you've got real life. You got a family. You got a little baby. You know what I mean? That's why Jose's whispering too. He ain't trying to wake nobody up. So
That's a
appreciate you,
fact.
Jose. So thank you, brother.
Thank you to
Yeah, man.
everyone in the chat that's defending me. Yeah, I just had a baby 6 months ago. Well, I didn't, but my wife did.
Well, I hope you didn't.
And so, these guys weren't paying me enough, and diapers are expensive. No one told me that, but we were able to renegotiate my contract just a little bit. So I'm happy to say that I'm back for season 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go. Pew, 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 pew. Air horns. I don't have it. But
the-
we
I,
would
I
have
had
it.
to take on some overtime. I had to
The-
take on some overtime to pay
the
that.
air horn wasn't part of the negotiation. I do apologize.
Oh,
man.
sorry.
Yeah,
We're going to
yeah.
see if we
We'll-
renegotiate your
We'll get
package.
that. We'll get that. We need that.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for everything you have already done and you continue to do to help support SKF and us as partners. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, bro.
No problem. I
Definitely.
appreciate you guys the most. Thank you to the fans. Let's keep going. Go Knicks. I'm out of here.
All right,
Peace.
bro. Oh man. So listen, man. It's one of those nights, guys. Unfortunately, we wish we could be celebrating a win, but every night is not going to be a win, and we just have to take things in stride. Don't go crazy. It's only 3 games into the season, and each game versus each opponent is a different game. So this is great. I know I it sounds nuts that I'm saying that, but I really do think that this is really good for this Knicks team to be exposed to this. This is outside of the Boston game, which was like a tornado, right? This is a more realistic, evenly matched game because if you look at the box score, if you just look at the numbers, the Knicks and the Cavs almost had identical numbers. This just came down to the Cavs just orchestrating better on offense, and also playing some strong defense down the stretch. They didn't make it easy for the Knicks, so take it with stride and just know that the next time they play each other, I think it'll be different. So that's how I feel about it. What's your final words and thoughts on this, John?
Yeah. Just exactly what you said. We got to go through trials and tribulations. It's a part of a full season. Hopefully this is just a hiccup and we get it going. And that's all that needs to be said. Because right now I'm in a bum state of mind right now. Got the Knicks losing, my Yanks are losing, the Giants are losing. It's not a good look, man.
Oh, man.
So with that said, everybody out there, appreciate you for tuning in. We love the support. Keep coming in and being a part of SKF Weekly, and know the ledge with Ron, who'll be holding it down for 4.5 hours. Keeping us funky. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Looking forward to the next one, man. Stay blessed. Stay safe out there. I'm out of here. Peace.
There you go, y'all. Appreciate everybody. Thanks to everybody for always supporting and showing love to the show. Shout out to everybody in the chat, Mega NYK, Andios, Prezi the Boss. I see y'all, and obviously anybody else who may have popped in. Please watch the replay if you missed the beginning of the show. But the beginning of the show is weird. We're doing like a little bit of a play-by-play, but you get it. But yeah, man, thank you guys as always. What I always say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans, we'll be back again, whether it be on Monday nights at 9 p.m. ish, or when it's weirdly scheduled when the Knicks are playing. On Saturdays for Know the Ledge at 11:30, as I help talk you guys off the ledge. And I have a feeling I'm gonna do a little of that this week, but who knows? It could change. It could change. Or whether it be some point this week, expect an appearance of the NBA show on Nothing But Knicks. Can't figure out what day yet, but it's either Thursday or Friday. I'll figure it out. So look forward to that, man. The programming, we're going to give you more content and keep doing, more and more stuff to the best of our abilities here. But that being said, guys, remember what I always say, the good, the bad, the ups and downs, no matter what, we are still Knicks fans. So take care. Have a great night. Peace out. One yourself.
New York Knicks. First. Go Knicks.
We can finally, start playing, man. So much talk this whole summer. It's felt like so long because we've had so much to talk about. At times it's been kind of slow, but we've been talking, right? But we've actually had a really good off season for this New York Knicks team. And it's been very active. There's been a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, Knicks family, we in the building. I am the Objective Fan from the Objective Knicks Fan channel. And I want to give a big salute to Ron and John from Still Knicks Fans.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Knicks family, I'm Stephanie, a.k.a. Blood Sweat Tears. We are still Knicks.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Lady and the Chef from Two Knicks Chicks Podcast. Still a Knicks fan.
What's good, party people in the place to be? It's your main man.
What's up, everybody? This is Steve Block 21 at Two Knicks Chicks Podcast, and I'm still a Knicks fan.
Yo, this is your boy Sim from Nothing But Knicks. Through all the struggles, through all the heartache and pain, ladies and gentlemen, I am still a Knicks fan.
Peace, y'all. This is Apollo Reed from the Garden Knicks crew. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm still a Knicks fan.
I'm still here. We're still here. Still Knicks fans. It's a fandom. It's a lifestyle.